Yo, what is TheMuddySwampert, Kerokerostudio, and we are back for an OU Wi-Fi battle against TheMuddySwampert again. It's probably the last time we're fighting him for a decent while, so I don't want to have the same person battling me over and over and over again. Even though the battles are great, don't want to have the same, like, two people, so, you know. I'll try to get some different battles with other people, but as for now, we're battling TheMuddySwampert. It's an OU Wi-Fi battle, and our teams are looking pretty decent. Like, my team was just kind of thrown together. I just put on Thunderous Therian, Landorus Therian, Conkeldurr, because I really want to use the Self-Test Conkeldurr, Latios, a bulky Garchomp. I haven't used bulky Garchomp yet. I heard it's good. I wanted to try it out. And Charizard Y. This isn't my great Charizard Y. It's actually my double Charizard Y. It's not even my. I didn't have a single Charizard Y at the time, so I just threw my doubles one on. So this one's running Heat Wave and not Fire Blast. So it's okay. It's okay. Dorian has a crazy bulky core with Celebi, freaking Heatran, and Slowbro. That core, that's a Grass, Fire, Water core you're gonna want to use. That's a bulky ass core with a Fortress and a Lando T, and then Staraptor is the glass cannon of the team. Looking at his team, the Mega is probably going to be Slowbro, and my Mega obviously Charizard, because nobody knows a normal Charizard, no you. So either way, like, comment, subscribe, let's jump into this battle. 10 likes on the next one, that's the like goal, but if we don't hit it, that's okay too, so we're trying to get this channel back off its feet. If you want to help this channel get back off its feet, just share this channel around with your friends. Share it on Pokeamino. You can follow me on Pokeamino as Kerokerostudio. And you know what? Let's have a good time, let's talk. Let's talk on Pokeamino. Either way, let's jump into this. Starting this battle off against Dorian, I'm going to lead off with my Choice Scarf Thunderous, and he's going to be leading off with his Choice Scarf Landorus. But he doesn't know that I'm Scarf, and I don't really want to reveal that the first turn of the battle, so I'm going to Heart Switch out. Also predicting him to Heart Switch because I probably have Hidden Power Ice into Conkeldurr because he's not going to Earthquake. If he wants to knock off the Assault Vest, that's fine. He wants to use a Rock move, that is fine. But he's going to Heart Switch out into his Fortress, which isn't the worst thing for me, but it's not the best thing. I can knock it off, get rid of the leftovers as he puts up his Stealth Rocks, which I do have a Defogger in the form of Latios, so it's not too troublesome as long as I can get those rocks up before Charizard has to come in, because Charizard does not want to take any kind of rocks damage. As he Heart Switches into Celebi, and I'm going to use a Drain Punch. This is a decent amount of damage, to be perfectly honest. It's not even a critical hit. So his Celebi is probably a special attacking Celebi or a special defensive Celebi. It's probably not physical defensive, because a physical defensive Celebi would have eaten the Drain Punch way more. So he's gonna Heart Switch into his Slowbro. I'm gonna use Knockoff. The Knockoff does a decent amount, but he is Mega, so I don't get the Knockoff and items, so it doesn't do like a super ton amount of damage. So I'm gonna Heart Switch out into my Thunderous. This Thunderous is so good, man. Thunderous Therian, but you know, he's gonna Mega Evolve very quickly, which is surprising because most people hold off on the Mega Evolution just in case, you know, they take damage like this, and then they can always just switch out with their Regenerator. But, I mean, him being Mega Evolved early is definitely a good thing for me, because now he does not have Regenerator if he wants to switch out, because even with the Calm Mind up, he really doesn't want to take a Thunderous Therian Thunderbolt. If he Heart Switches in the Fortress, and Fortress is not going to appreciate that, and Fortress goes down. I think the best play there definitely wouldn't have been to switch out into Lando, because even if I did have the HP Ice, I probably wouldn't have went on it into a Slowbro with a Calm Mind up, because that thing's a threat and needs to get off the field really quickly before it can sweep, especially that thing has Ice Beam. So I'm going to Heart Switch into my own Landorus Therian, which is also Scarf. I have two Scarfers on this team. As again, this team was just thrown together. I didn't really care about too much of team synergy, but you know, the Stone Edge doesn't do, it does a bit more than I expected, to be perfectly honest. Is he gonna Heart Switch out into Slowbro, which I think I U-turn? Yeah, I U-turn. I always U-turn. That's my thing. Like, if I ever have a situation where I think the opponent's gonna switch out, I'm always 100% gonna go with the U-turns. I usually have something else I can take care of the Pokemon. So I'm gonna go with Latios. If he wants to slack off, Ice Beam me, or anything else really, that is perfectly fine, because Fortress is gone, so that's his Stealth Rocker gone, and I really do want Stealth Rock off my side of the field, because I do have Charizard, and Charizard really does not want to come in on Stealth Rocks. It's not a nice thing, but he's going to Heart Switch out into his Landorus, which is a good play, predicting the default, because now he can get his own U-turn off if he wants to, or even a knockoff if he really wants to get the knockoff. So I'm going to go into my Defensive Chomp, as he does go with the knockoff. Defensive Chomp eats that up. He's going to take Rough Skin and Rocky Helmet damage, which is basically the same amount as that knockoff, and he's gonna hard switch out. In my opinion, I probably would have stayed in this one. Actually, no, he was Choice Scarf, so yeah, that's the best play. He couldn't Earthquake if he wanted to. So he's gonna go into his own Slowbro. So I'm gonna get the Stealth Rocks up because Stealth Rocks are so nice. Stealth Rocks are nice. I don't think he can do anything with the Stealth Rocks up on his side of the field because he doesn't have a spinner anymore. He's gonna go into Paul, which is a Slowbro, and slack off. I can get that Dragon Tail, get that Slowbro out of my face. I don't care that it healed up because I do have Charizard and Thundurus, and even Latios, so it's all good. So it's gonna bring him on not Stealth Rocks, it's gonna bring him on the Staraptor. He's gonna take Stealth Rocks damage, and Garchomp, Bulky Chomp can take a Reckless Brave Bird. I'm not sure what item he's holding, it might be Scarf, might be Banded, but I can Dragon Tail this Staraptor too. It lives on like 3 HP, but the next time it comes in, it's gonna die to Stealth Rock, so that's a dead Staraptor. It's a dead Staraptor. But it's going to bring him out of the Heatran, which I was so positive I could outspeed. I was 100% positive I could outspeed this thing, but because of the fact that I am Bulky Chomp, I'm not even Jolly Nature, I'm Impish, Max HP, Max Defense, and he's Timid Max Speed Heatran. He's going to outspeed my Garchomp, take me out with the Earth Power, but that's fine because now I can go in with Conkeldurr, and I am pretty sure I am fine to fire off a free knockoff or hard switch out. As he is going to go into the Staraptor, Death Fodder it off, which was a decent play on his part because he didn't want to really let anything take the knockoff or Drain Punch. But I'm going to double switch out into Thundurus because now that Thundurus is up, that's all nice and dandy. He's going to go in his Landorus, which right here would have been the perfect time to reveal the Scarf and go with the HP Ice, but for some reason I made the play to decide to... Let me save that HP Ice for later. Let me not use that HP Ice right now. And I'm going to hard switch out into my own Landorus, which... It's not the worst play because I do get the Intimidate off on him, but it would have been so much better for me if I just used HP Ice there and took out his Landorus because he's going to use Knockoff, get the critical hit, and unfortunately that is going to be a single dead Landorus. So now I can go straight out into Conkeldurr, which is actually putting a ton of pressure on his team because a Knockoff's going to take out Celebi. It's going to do a decent amount of damage to the Slowbro. The Slowbro is literally the only thing that can come in safely on Conk. Ice Punch for the Landorus, Drain Punch for the Heatran. So Conkeldurr is my win check right now. I'm going to Heart Switch back out and do Charizard. He doesn't know what Charizard I am, but I am revealed to be Charizard Y, as he stated thinking I was Charizard X. And, I mean, this is a free time for me to fire off a nice and powerful Solar Beam. He has no special defense boost yet because his Calm Minds are not up onto his Slowbro. His Slowbro doesn't have Calm Mind right now. It's panicking, and the Solar Beam goes off. You see the sun in the background, and that is a mega dead Slowbro. Not even a dead Mega Slowbro, it's a mega dead Slowbro. It just falls over its little tail, little Beyblade. As he goes with the Landorus, which is a big problem for my side of the field. It is getting whittled down by the Stealth Rocks and my other Pokemon, but at the same time, this Landorus is a huge threat to me. As I'm going to hard switch out into my Latios because I've been predicting the Rock Slide. But he makes it a beautiful play, just with a knockoff, predicting any sort of switch really. Latios just has to be the worst one for me, and Latios does go down, but it's not necessarily needed anymore, but that's still horrible for me. As now Conkeldurr comes in, which is definitely my win check. It's the best thing I have right now for his team. Celebi's going to come in, and I saw that coming. I just wanted to go with a knockoff, and that's a dead Celebi, if you know what I'm talking about, because Celebi ain't taking a knockoff from an Adamant Mass Attack. Conkeldurr is so freaking strong. He's going to go into Landorus, because, again, this thing can do a ton of damage with an Earthquake. This thing can do all the damage it needs to do with an Earthquake. As he is going to go with the Earthquake. I'm at full HP, so I know I can take at least one. Just about half. I can use Ice Punch. He does have the Intimidate drop, but he's at like 40% of his HP. Landorus ain't living in an Ice Punch, and Landorus does go down. His last Pokemon being Heatran, but he does have a Heatran, taking advantage of my Charizard Y's son. So a Lava Plume is going to do the work it needs to do, because I'm at like half HP. But the Assault Vest makes me live on 13, gets the burn, which means I have Guts. I can use the Drain Punch, and that is going to be a dead Heatran because the burn gave me enough power for Guts. And that was a good game. I love this game. It was so fun. I gotta use Charizard Y. I was never a big fan of Charizard Y. I always prefer Charizard X over Charizard Y. Even now, I prefer Charizard X over Charizard Y. But Charizard Y is still a great Pokemon in its own right. So, Let me think. Question of the day, now that we're talking about Charizards, what kind of Charizard do you prefer? Do you prefer Charizard Y in its special attacking wall-breaking prowess that you can use a mixed attacking Charizard Y Naive Nature, go Flare Blitz so you can hit those Chanseys up with all of that? And you can use Fire Blast and stuff like that, and Air Slash and Focus Blast and Solar Beam for those water types. And you're facing a rain team with like a Mega Swampert, you can send in your Charizard Y and then the rain team's rain's gone? Do you prefer that? Or do you prefer the Fire Dragon that we've always wanted since Generation 1? Charizard X, Fire Dragon type with those physical attacking stats with the tough claws, with the Fire Punch, with the Dragon Claws, with the Earthquakes, with the Rock Slides, with the Roost, with the Dragon Dances, with the Outrages, with the Super Smash Bros. Flare Blitz! And in my opinion, the overall superior design from Charizard Y. I mean, Charizard Y is decent looking, but it looks too cartoony for me. Charizard X looks freaking badass, so if it's my opinion, I prefer Charizard X every single day of the week, as Charizard X is beautiful. And I don't even like Charizard itself that much. I always like Blastoise and Venusaur a ton more, but when Charizard X came out, that thing just shot up there. So either way, a common question of the day is your favorite of the Charizard forms, Charizard Y or Charizard X? And leave a reason why. And again, follow me on Pokemon Amino. I'm Kerokerostudio on there, but that's pretty obvious. Like, comment, subscribe, 10 likes. But if we can't hit 10 likes, then, you know, that's cool. Peace out.